is visible.
Yes.
Okay, so just to avoid some confusion, guys, I have made these changes. Do you see? This is my laptop, a client laptop, right? From here, I'm trying to connect to this server. I'm still connected. I'm still able to take RDP. But how have I taken the RDP? Using which IP?
Using public IP.
Using public IP. My aim is
Public IP.
to connect to this laptop using private IP. At the right side, can you see? I have already started pinging, but it is not pinging. The moment it starts pinging, I'll try to take the RDP. As of now, it is not pinging, so even uh, trying to take RDP doesn't make any sense, right? First, I'll have to make sure that it is pinging. So for that, we are going to do uh, point to site VPN. But we'll have to check if our virtual network gateway is ready for that. I'm not sure it will be ready by now. Let's see. I hope you guys are not getting confused. I'm doing two things together, but that is necessary because we can't just keep looking at the screen and just keep staring at that. And if I would have prepared everything before the classes, then you will not understand. You will not get the gist of it. You will not get the idea of it, right? Hence, it was needed to do this at the same time. So luckily, the virtual network gateways for our two VNet, they are ready. Can you see, guys?
Yes.
So let's go ahead and check this. Go to resource. Here also go to resource. We'll go to configuration. Sorry, the connection. Add connection. Resource group, I'm selecting same. What type of connection is this, guys? Is it site to site, or though we are doing it using VPN, but is it site to site or is it VNet to VNet?
Side to side.
Is it site to site? Are these two different sites?
No. Only one side, but two different VNets.
So then what do we have here?
VNet to VNet.
Guys, any confusion with this? Is it clear to everyone? See, in both cases, we had VNet. But what is the difference? Why did I select site to site yesterday? And why am I saying we are selecting VNet to VNet today? What was the core
Yesterday was
difference?
yesterday we took two different sides, and today we took only one side and two different networks within that
Yes.
side.
Is it clear, guys? What about others, everyone? Are you guys getting the point? That why did I go to
Yes, sir.
connection and now we are selecting VNet to VNet and we are not selecting site to site? Okay? Ultimately, this is not VNet pairing. Ultimately, we are doing VPN connectivity. But here, connection type is site. When will I use express route? What combinations are there for express route? Can someone tell me?
On
Other than
premises to cloud.
Ajit, other than these guys, other than Gauss and Obed, maybe Surbhi. What are the options available for express route? Or when can I use express route? What are the combinations where I can use express route? Nihal, Nagma, any one of you? When will I use express route? What are the combinations of express route?
And there is a two physical office, and you need to connect them through Azure Backbone network. So that time we
Two
use
physical
Express
offices
Route.
and two on-prem data centers, are you saying?
Yes, to on-prem data center.
If there are two on-prem data centers, why would I even come to Azure portal? I will use MPLS connectivity. Vedant, my question is, when will I use express route? What are the combinations where I can use express route? I hope you were able to hear me now. I got your message that you were not able to hear. So my question was, when can I use express route? What are the combinations I can use express route? Yes, Nagma, Nihal, any one of you? Harun, when will we use express route?
When we
Okay,
have to do any
mhm.
high performance between connection between on-premises network.
To on-premises to on-premises.
uh,
Okay, anyone who
yes,
would like to answer? When will we use express route? What are the combinations are available for express route?
On premises to cloud, any cloud.
Simple. It's very basic. No, express route is just Azure's thing. You won't find express route
Okay,
in
okay.
AWS. You
Yes.
won't
Yes,
find. I mean, some service is there, but they are not calling it express route. So express
Yes,
route
it's
is
Azure specific.
specifically when you want to connect your on-prem data center to your Azure tenant. That's it. Only one condition, only one availability. That's it. Then we have site to site connectivity, IPsec. Where can I use it? What are the combinations? Can I use it if I want to connect my on-prem data center to my Azure site? Can I use site to site?
Yes, we can use. And two different cloud also.
I want to use
We can use.
AWS and Azure. Can I use site to site?
Yes, we
yes,
can use.
I want to do uh, VNet from tenant A to VNet from tenant B. Can I use site to site?
Yes,
Virtual network from tenant
we
A.
can
Yes,
use.
that's
yes,
what we did
Yes.
yes.
yesterday. Now,
Yes.
VNet to VNet. When can I use VNet to VNet? If I have two different sites, can I do VNet to VNet VPN?
No. Under one tenant, two different virtual network, then we do.
Yes. And if I click here, establish uh, bidirectional connectivity, I won't have to do it here. Let's see. If I click here, first connection. This is as good as VNet pairing. I hope you guys are getting it. But why am I able to do it? How am I able to do it for both VNets? When I was doing site to site, I had to go both the site. We had to share keys with each other, right? And I was not able to do it for you, and you guys were not able to do it for me. Let's say if we take two different subscription, Gauss's subscription and mine, though I had access on both of them, hence I was able to do it. Imagine that I didn't have access on Gauss's subscription. One of you were doing it. So was there a possibility that I could have selected this and I do the setting for you also? Was that possible in yesterday's session?
No,
Yesterday
Why
session
not?
not possible.
Why not?
Because we need key for other side, opposite sides.
So why can't I
Key.
put key for you? My question is, why can't I do it for you? For example, here, I'm doing for both the VNets, like VNet pairing. I'm sitting here on one VNet and I'm doing it for both of them. Look at this. It is asking for connection name and second connection name. I'm doing a bidirectional connectivity. Why could I do the bidirectional connectivity in
Because we
site to
are
site?
under same tenant.
Yes.
That's why.
Today, these two VNets, they are under same tenant. I do have access on both of them. Yesterday, these were two different companies, two different tenants altogether. I didn't have access on UT-Kloud. UT-Kloud tenant doesn't even know that there is a user called Suhail exist, right? If I was on Gauss's subscription or one in any way, vice versa. Right? Tenant A knows tenant A's user, tenant B knows its user. Simple. But in this case, both of them are in same tenant. One user will be able to do it. Obviously, if they have the access, right? Let's say that this VNet is in resource group A and you have access only to resource group A, and this VNet is in resource group B where you do not have any access. Will you be able to do it?
No, we need access for that.
So I hope you guys are getting it. You guys are able to connect the dots, connect the points. Just because we are doing VNet pairing or VPN doesn't uh, give you a getaway from the basic RBAC and IAM functionality or their utilization. Right? Access will be there in picture. If you have access, then only you can do it. So let's go ahead and do this. First one, I'm naming it. We have named our VNet as VNet 1 to 2, right? So VNet 1 to 2. Second, we'll simply call it VNet 2 to 1. Virtual network, first virtual network. This is my first virtual network, second virtual network. See, this is the liberty we have. Did I have this option to select over there? Did I have an option to select that virtual network, other virtual network gateway?
No.
So how did I represent their virtual network gateway in my VNet?
Using local network gateway.
Guys, others, are you getting it? I don't want just one person to
Yes.
understand and then I'm just going there. See, key is still there, but I am able to put the key for both of them, right? Are you guys getting it? See, this is my virtual network gateway, and this is second virtual VNet's virtual network gateway, which I'm able to select here. But in yesterday's session, I was not able to select it here. So what did I have to do? I had to create a local network gateway, which will represent their virtual network gateway. I created local network gateway, which will represent their virtual network gateway. This is what I had to do. Today, I'm able to select my virtual network gateway directly here, and I'm able to select their virtual network gateway also because I have access on both of them because they are in same tenant. So I'm selecting both of them, shared key. I don't have to share it with anyone, right? Because I'm doing it for both of them. Version 2, I'm okay. Everything is fine here. NAT rules, we are not doing it because the IPs are not overlapping with each other. So we don't require any NAT rule. Which version did we use yesterday? IKey version
Two.
2. So
Two.
let's
Two
go ahead with
IPO.
2. Yes, version 2. So we'll stick to version 2. Because the moment I go to version 1, I think there will be some other settings or some. What is the difference? Okay. Look at this. The moment we select version 1, that key is missing. So version 2 is supporting one shared key. This is the difference. Is in visible difference, evident difference. I'm sure if we go and check, other difference will be there, but we don't have to worry about it. Okay? So I'm establishing a connection now. We haven't created virtual network. I hope you guys remember it, right? So only way to check this will be go here and check under connection if it shows connected. Or if you guys want, I can create those machines and ping each other. Do you want me to create machines or are you guys getting it? Yes, guys. What about others? Did you get the complete look at this? Now I'm on VNet 2. It automatically took that it is updating. So I sat on VNet 1 and configure it for both of them, like we do in VNet peering. What is the difference between VNet peering and VPN? VNet peering, it's using Azure's backbone network, internal network. VPN is going over the internet. So when you have an option for VNet peering, you will never ever go for VPN. Right? This is we are just doing. I'm just showing it to you. So if you guys want to practice VNet, at least this is how you can do it. Sorry, practice VPN. This is how you can do it. Normally, VPN will be used only site to site. There are two different sites. Then it will be useful. Is this clear, guys, to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. Should I go ahead and start point to site VPN?
Yes.
Yes.
So now under point to site VPN, we are done creating a server. We checked that server from my laptop. See, this is my dummy laptop. From laptop, I am able to access that server on a public IP, which is fine, not an achievement. Even from my actual laptop, I can do it. You can do it. There's no achievement. I don't want public IP on this server. And I want to connect using private IP. What is the range my server has? What is my server's IP address, guys?
192.168.0.4.
192.168.0.0.
Yeah. And my client, my laptop's IP 172.16.0.4, right? So I've tried pinging that. I will try taking RDP and see if that works. So as of now, if it is not pinging, there is no, doesn't make any sense to take RDP. So again, let's put it and start configuration. I go to my virtual network gateway, right? We have been going to connections, and we have been clicking add. But if you go here, do you see anything point to site? This is what we have been doing since yesterday, right? Today also we did this.
Yes.
By the way, let's see if it is connected. I'm toggling between screens, guys, but make sure you read it properly. Here we are checking VNet to VNet to VPN connectivity. Right here we are doing something else. So if I go to VNet 1, if I go to VNet 1's connection, and this is VNet 2's, I'm already on the connection. Right? Or I can go, where can I check the status? Configuration. Say this status is unknown. What should it be? So I will be satisfied that it is working. What should it show here?
Connected.
It should show connected. So I'll go to VNet 1. Virtual network gateway. Actually, I have to go to that VNet's virtual network gateway. Let's see if it shows here. So there are multiple new options, right? Even when you do it. Okay, I don't have to go anywhere. I just have to wait here. It should show connected. Once it is connected, then I'm satisfied that yes, it is connected. So we'll come to this later. Meanwhile, yes, so I was asking that this is what we have been doing. Do you see point to site connectivity anywhere here?
No.
No.
No. So
No.
which means we don't have to use this option. Where do you see point to site connectivity?
Yeah, below the
Just below that. Simple.
connection.
Just below
Connection.
the
Connection. So whenever we have to do point to site, what all do we require? We require obviously one VNet. We are done with that. Gateway subnet. We are done with that. VNet gateway. We are done with that. Public IP. Yes, it has been aligned with that. Right. Local network gateway. Don't need it. Next thing, connection. But in this case, connection is happening via point to site. I'm not sure if I have written the steps here or not, but I'm not expecting you guys to do it. But if you want to do it, I'll mention the steps here. This is just for your information, so you guys see it with your own eyes. At least you know how it works. And I will configure now. See, I told you there are methods. One is radius authentication, Active Directory authentication, and Azure certificate. Azure certificate is the uh, frequently used one, so we are going to use Azure certificate, right? This is what we are going to use. Now, before we go here and I just do this, let me explain something to you. Do you guys have understanding of certificates, how it works? Anyone?
no.
Okay. So let's open Paint. You don't have to worry much about it, but just so at
Basically,
least this,
used for the authentication, I think,
yes, sort
or
of, not exactly authentication, but I would say encryption.
yeah, encryption, right?
So let's say you are here, you are a user, this is your bank, you are accessing the website, you typed here www.accessbank, HDFC Bank, anybank, worldbank.com, right? So what is happening when you access website? Data is being transferred both the ways. You opened the browser, you requested for accessbank.com. Request went there. Request was successfully done. They will reply to you with the web page. So web page uploaded at your screen, which means the connection has been established. You click on login page, right? Something is happening. It is sharing login page. On the login page, you're typing your user ID and password. Sorry for the writing, guys. I'm using mouse, not able to type it properly here. A user ID and password. Now that user ID and password is going to the server, Axis Bank server. Just for the example, I'm taking Axis Bank server. It is going here to authenticate whether this user ID and password is genuine or not. Okay? Then only you'll be able to see your account details, transfer the amount or something. But this traveling of this data, it is happening over the internet. Getting it? Even if it is virtual private network, even if it is internet, whatever it is, ultimately it is on internet. If some good hacker is there, even a basic hacker, someone is there, they'll be able to sniff your data easily. Not that easy, but for them it's easy. They'll be able to sniff your data easily. Now they have your user ID and password. What they can do, they can simply log into Axis Bank, use your user ID and password. This is what can be done. So to avoid that, what do? We send the data in encryption manner, encrypted manner. So from here, whatever you type it in readable language, but it gets encrypted. Now, how the exactly encryption work, I am not going to teach you here. That's not even your task. Right? So some encryption, I hope, but basic uh, definition of encryption everyone knows. Right? If I write my name Suhail and if it is encrypted, it will look like A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anything, which doesn't make any sense. So it will be encrypted and data then will go from here to here. And here there will be one certificate. Using that certificate, it will be able to decrypt the data. So it's sort of lock and key. You're locking it here, key is already there. So even if someone picks that packet, that information will not make any sense. They do not have the key to decrypt the data. That is your basic certificate. Very basic of certificate. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
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 So here, what are we doing? Whichever traffic is coming for the connectivity, I want to make sure that that traffic is encrypted and it is known. I do not want anyone to come and connect to my network. So to do that, I will require some certificates. Now I told you lock and key, right? So what does it mean? How many components are there in the certificate? How many components, guys? If I want to
Two.
lock something here,
Lock and
yeah. So
Two.
it's two keys,
So
whatever you call it, right? Either two keys or whatever it is. You lock it here. Let's say that I have two keys as of now. I'm giving you the key. Now you shifted to Bombay, right? You're in Mumbai. I'm in Pune. I'm sending you some parcel. I'm locking that here from my key. Now I'm happy to give it to a courier guy. He will transport it for me, but I have that assurity that he will not be able to open it. Right? He will not be able to open it. Even if he opens my box and wrapping, etc., the item which is inside, it's locked for him. Even if it is misplaced, someone else gets it, no one will be able to open it. Right? Who will be able to open it? The person who already has a key. So there are two sets of key. They are certificates. So what do I require here? Two certificates. One will be my server certificate, which I will keep on the server. One will be client certificate, which I will give to a client. This is the reason it is called point to site. Now imagine you do point to site for your data center. You already have 2000 servers in your data center. Do you think it's a good idea that you go ahead and install that certificate on all those 2000 servers?
no.
No, doesn't make any sense, right? It's better over there you do site to site VPN, because today there are 2000 servers. In on-prem also you are increasing number of servers. Some new application is there, you're increasing the server, you're changing the server, you're decoming the server. So there it doesn't make any sense. But when I have specific one or two users and I want them to connect only using that particular laptop, then it makes sense, right? That I am keeping this communication encrypted and it will be established only when they trust each other. Also, auditor, once I give them the access, right? Later, let's say it's a 3 months contract. They have done my job. I'm happy. Their Active Directory ID has been deleted. Everything has been deleted, but still the network connectivity between their computer and here, it is still there, right? Inside to side. I can either I will have to let me open Paint. I'll explain that what is the difference. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to tell you the differences. So you will understand that when to use point to site and when to use site to site. So let's say if it is site to site, this is my data center, this is my cloud. I have done site to site connectivity. First thing, you will never see a day where you'll say that everything has been migrated and now I'm happy to close. That day will never come. There are still many services which will require on-prem. I mean, if you're coming from on-prem, if you're starting your company from scratch on cloud, that's a different thing. But you already have a footprint on-prem, you have 2000 servers, and then you are slowly migrating, then that day is never coming where you are migrating complete 2000 servers. Some servers will always be there, database, servers, Active Directory, DNS, DSCP, something will always be there. So this day is never coming. But let's say that the client says, I'm done with all the servers, all the services, everything has been migrated. I do not want any connectivity. What option do you have? Simply go and delete that connection, right? It's done. Now, because you do not want it at all. Now, instead of this, let's say these are users and I'm using point to site connectivity. User 1, similarly, I have user 2 and user 3. Let's say that this is a team of 3 people. Now I want to establish a connectivity. I can do a site to site connectivity here also, right? Whichever router they are using, I can ask their IT team and I can establish site to site connectivity and they will be able to use. But now out of these 3, this one was ISO auditor. ISO part has been completed, but my finance auditor is still working. So now if I disconnect site to site connectivity between these two sites, will these two be able to communicate to my network if I completely break down site to site?
No, they won't.
They won't,
No.
right? Hence here I want to do
No.
point to site. So whenever I want to terminate, point to site will give me an option to terminate this particular user's certificate. Certificate is nothing, it's a key, guys. I revoke that key, it's done. They're not able to use it. Simple. So this is where you will use point to site. So let's go ahead and then certificate. I will use one root certificate here on my server. Server as in, I'm not talking about the server which I'm going to access. Because you might understand these 3 people, they are not connecting to us only for one server. In that particular VNet, they may have thousands of servers which they want to access. It could have SharePoint. So when I say server, I am not referring to this server. Certificate on my server, I'm talking about
In
this
this
server.
case, we need 6 certificates, right? Second one,
No,
when we were looking
why 6?
for 3 people, we need 6
No,
certificates.
no. I got your question. I'll explain. No, not 6 certificates, right? Uh, so first thing, I'm not talking about this server. When I say this server, I'm talking about this. This page is again, see, we are looking at the portal, but understand ultimately in backend, everything is happening on a server. Even serverless computing will have a server in the backend. तो ये जो certificate वगैरह मैं पूरा ये कर रहा हूँ, ये भी किसी server पे हो रहा है. We are not handling that server. We are not doing anything. Azure is doing it. So to avoid confusion, let's not call it server. I will call it point to site configuration, whatever it is. Okay. So here I will require,
So who
yes,
will provide the certificate, root certificate and
I'll
client
come to that.
certificate?
I'll come to that. I'll come to that. I haven't covered that yet. I'll come to that also. Good question though. Right. Shaheen has a number of certificates also, right? That is also a good question, but everything will be covered. The moment I start explaining, first I want to set the ground for you guys and then I'll show you. So here, this is my point to site configuration, I will call it, just to avoid confusion. Point to site config panel. So one root certificate will be here on my point to site config panel, which is this one here. This will be my root certificate, right? And I will have n number of public certificates, or sorry, client certificate, I'll call it. So I can have, if my requirement is that I want 2 people or 3 people to connect, then I'll require 3 client certificate. Client certificate 1, client certificate 2, client certificate 3. So your question, I understand, maybe it was coming from a pair point of view. Not every customer, not every client will require a pair. There will be one single root certificate in multiple client certificate. So I hope that explains that why we don't require 6 of them and why it requires 4.
Yes, got it.
Root certificate will not change. There will be only one root certificate. Only one root certificate. We'll have multiple client certificate, right? This is how we are going to cancel. Let's say client 2 is done with his work. We can cancel client 2 certificate. Client 1 and 3 is still working. I have another client, 2 more clients are joining. Using this certificate, I can create 2 more certificates. But root certificate is not changing. There will be only one root certificate and there will be multiple client certificate. Is this point clear till here? How to get certificates? We are coming to that.
Yes, clear.
Yes, others, guys? Okay,
Yes.
great. So now, how to get certificate? In your actual environment, there are some companies which provide certificates, right? Like there is one Komodo. Komodo is a company which provides certificates. And then there is Symantec. Then let me check. I'll check who all are the providers. Komodo is very famous one. Symantec is one. Then if you simply just do the simple Google search, it will tell you. GoDaddy will give you. Big Rock will give you. Right? There are many of them. It's a huge list. Famous companies are Komodo, Comodo, Symantec. These are the famous companies. They provide you SSL. Big Daddy, they also provide you. Sorry, Big Rock, GoDaddy. I think yeah, that's the one. GoDaddy, which sells domain. Every domain seller, they will have the certificates also, so they can sell the certificate. What you have to provide them? It's your company name, etc. Basic things you'll have to provide them, and they will share uh, a basic raw of the certificate, and using some tools on Windows, you can create your root certificate and you can create your client certificate. In our case, obviously, I'm not going to purchase a certificate just for one practical. I'm not going to purchase certificate from them, right? So what am I doing? I'm creating my own certificate. Not secure, not safe, but we just have to do a practical. So I've already written the PowerShell scripts if someone wants to do that. So requirement for point to site is create a VNet gateway. I'm done with this. Create a root certificate. I'm doing it now. Create a client certificate. We'll be doing it now. Export the certificate. I will be doing it now. Configure the gateway for point to site. Okay, we can call it gateway. This is proper word. This is gateway. Right? Configure the gateway for point to site. We'll be doing that. This is the where we configure, but I can't do it unless I have these certificates. Right? Then what is next? Configure the client. That will do it. Once we have the certificate, then only we'll be able to do it. Then revoke the certificate using the certificate thumbnail, thumbprint that I'll show you. If I want to cancel someone, how to do it. So to create a certificate, guys, I have written some parts, not written, actually, it's available. So here, this is a PowerShell command which will allow me to create a root certificate. This will help me to create a root certificate. I can do this on my personal laptop. I can do it wherever I want, but I just don't want some mess on my personal laptop, so I'm doing it on my this laptop, the one virtual laptop which I have taken. It's not necessary that you have to go to client's laptop and do it. Are you guys getting it? It's not necessary you have to do it on your client's laptop. You can do it anywhere. But now because I have it, hence I'm doing it here. You can do this on your personal machine also. Is this clear, guys, to everyone? Yes, no, maybe. I'm creating certificates.
Yes.
It is not mandatory to create it on laptop. In fact, in actual environment, you won't even create any certificates. You will be simply giving it to your uh, certificate provider. By the way, this is the section which you can change. This I am using name called UT-Kloud for the certificate. This is the section which you can change whatever name you like it. You want to keep your company's name, up to you. Okay, so my certificate has been created, root certificate. Now I'll go ahead and create client certificate. So here I'm go ahead and I'll create the client certificate. These are not some random script. These scripts are linked with each other. As in, if you create your own root certificate and use my client certificate, it will not work. Right? Hence, you'll have to use only these script. Then only it will work. Name is something you can change. Here also, see, I have given name as UT-Kloud. You can change that. That's not a problem. This is the thumbprint of this certificate, client certificate. Thumbprint, I may need it in case I want to revoke the access. So I will just make a note of the thumbprint. Client 1 certificate thumbprint. This is the thumbprint of client 1 certificate. I'm creating one more certificate. Well, just to create 2 of them, and that should be enough. But understand, guys, you can't use my root certificate and then you put someone else's. You can't do that, right? So let me go ahead and create it. I'm creating a second certificate here just for my next practical purpose, or in case we want to see that I'm copying the thumbprint. You can see it later also. It's not nothing like that you have to take it right now, but now we have the information handy, so I'm taking it. Okay, our certificates are ready. Where can we check the certificate? Hence, guys, I'm telling you, I'm not expecting you to do this practical. There are many things which, as a cloud admin, you are not going to do at all. Like creating certificate, you will not be doing this. Now, next step, which I'm doing it, this you will not be doing it. So you don't have to worry about this practical, but at least understand it. This is the console from where I can check my certificates. I go to certificates. Personal certificates, and here. So this is my root certificate, guys. It is available. This is my client certificate 1, client certificate 2. So I'm ready with my certificates. We'll do the next step after a break. We have 30 seconds left in this one. Do you guys need a break?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's take a break of 5 minutes. We'll resume at 1:35 sharp and we'll start from here. I'm stopping the session.